Hello, my name is Blake Patterson, and welcome to Afro Reviews. On today's episode, I look back at the best films of 2021. 2021 was a fascinating year at the movies. One theme I learn each year is the significance of expectation. I may assume some movies will be miserable to sit through, yet they are pleasantly surprising. Then there are the movies we expect to love, yet they do not hold up to our expectations. This idea is a part of cinema's subversive magic. Due to their unavailability at this time, I chose not to wait for foreign films like Drive My Car and Parallel Mothers. Once I see those films, I will edit my list on Letterboxd if they rank among my favorites. If I love them, I will discuss them in reviews for YouTube. Instead of a prototypical top 10 list, I will begin with 11 films in alphabetical order, then I will discuss my favorite movie of 2021. Yes, 12 films for one of the best years in recent memory. Now, here are a few honorable mentions. The French Dispatch, Last Night in Soho, The Summit of the Gods, The Velvet Underground, and Zola. Annette. Even if the movie drags a little in its final 20 minutes, Leos Carax's Annette is an unconventional musical with themes of celebrity decay, male fragility, and abuse. Adam Driver delivers the performance of his career as a shock jock who is somewhat reminiscent of Robert De Niro's Jake LaMotta. Annette might not be for everyone, but I think it is a work of surreal brilliance. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. Barb and Star is a delightful vacation farce with two wonderful performances by Kristen Wiig and Annie Mamolo, and Jamie Dornan proves to be a real talent. Besides its sense of humor, the most satisfying part of Barb and Star is how it derives from a genuine place. For all its laughs, Barb and Star is a touching film about friendship and empathy. Benedetta. Paul Verhoeven's Benedetta is more than a nunsploitation film because Verhoeven intelligently explores themes of sexuality and religious hypocrisy. Sure, the movie is a provocation, but there are serious ideas concerning one's religion underneath the surface. Like the great feminist works of art, Benedetta's intuition recalls and embraces Emily Dickinson's insight of a soul choosing its society. Come On, Come On. With beautiful black and white cinematography, Come On, Come On comes to us with open arms, but it never tells viewers how to feel. The film is warm without being cloying and honest without being smug. Part of the movie's success is how it sensitively understands the bond between an uncle and his nephew. With wonderful performances by everyone, Come On is an inward look at the human soul, and it rejects any possibility of nihilism. Adam McKay's Don't Look Up. The most ingenious piece of filmmaking to come in many years, even better than any film in the 21st century. Oops, I didn't mean to include that one. The Harder They Fall. James Samuel's directorial debut is not only a deconstruction of the Western mythos, but it is a psychological study of violence. The ensemble is just as superb as Samuel's filmmaking. Samuel's film transcends the Westerns by Quentin Tarantino and Taylor Sheridan, and it is the most refreshing Western since the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Licorice Pizza. Despite its controversies, Licorice Pizza is a great blend of comedy and drama as it examines the lives of two young people, specifically Alana Haim's character. The movie focuses on discovering one's identity amid a changing era in the Hollywood system. Even though the allusions to Robert Altman and Hal Ashby are apt, Licorice Pizza is also reminiscent of an early Jonathan Demme comedy with its unabashed humanity. Red Rocket. As I state in my video review, I explain how it would be impossible for Red Rocket to be on par with The Florida Project. Still, Sean Baker's follow-up is an excellent study of American machismo during the 2016 presidential election, the comparisons between Mikey Saber and Donald Trump are more subtle than most modern political films. Simon Rex delivers a performance worthy of Eric Roberts in Star 80. This is a disturbing but funny work of art. Summertime. This is a movie I am sure you are not aware of, but you should watch it. Carlos Lopez Estrada's follow-up to Blindspotting is a daring and exciting collage of slam poetry to evoke the angst, insecurities, and bliss of young people in the Los Angeles region. Most modern films depict Zoomers as comical stereotypes, but Estrada recognizes the humility in my generation. In Altman-esque terms, Summertime is a human epic. Titan. Julia Ducournau's Titan is one of those great horror movies that will click for some audiences while everyone else will find it baffling and gross. Like Benedetta, Titan is more than a genre film because it is surprisingly a sweet study of the human connection between two broken souls. Vincent Lindon and Agathe Roussel effectively deliver the loss and trauma these characters endure. I also love this movie because its critical consensus scares the living daylights out of Sean Chevelle. Together. Nicole Beckwith's Together is another film most people are probably unaware of, but it is one of the most intelligent comedies in recent memory. The film functions as a romantic comedy, but its love is purely platonic. Ed Helms and Patty Harrison portray the kind of friends anyone would want to be around. Helms finds the perfect model for his sense of humor, and Harrison is a young talent who deserves significant attention for her comic and dramatic gifts. Then there is Steven Spielberg's adaptation of West Side Story. The thrill, magic, and beauty of it all. By focusing on racial and class oppression, Spielberg creates a grand piece of art where the music is joyful and the tragedy is heartbreaking. Even in its 50s setting, the movie unfortunately speaks for our times as the world wallows in hatred and violence. While it is a financial failure, West Side Story deserves to be a success on video and demand. And my favorite film of 2021 is The Green Knight. David Lowery's interpretation of the classic text is a transfixing masterpiece one should study. By improving upon the original material, Lowery creates a true epic poem on film with its dreamlike imagery and complex themes. Some purists hate this film, but I believe it is an audacious and exciting reimagining of the material and the significance of honor. No film this year could match its imaginative power. As of today, I believe I am one of the few people who would call this the best film of 2021. However, I recently spoke with a former professor, and they loved it as much as I did. In that case, I am not alone in my opinion. Now, tell me what your favorite movies of 2021 are. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great night.